Hi Virgo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're here to do is we're going to do a read for you. This is going to be the 16th of December through the 31st. And what this will be is it'll be a general read. So we're going to be tapping into, the collective. So if you are interested in a personal read, please go to theguidedintuitive.com up here or in my description box below, okay? I do want to note, I do want to actually take a quick little temperature check of you as to where you're at right now. Just a quick 3-card pull just to see what is going on for you. But I do want to thank all of you that have ordered the Beyond the Read sessions. Thank you so much for that. We have been really ridding of some of those negative beliefs that are standing in the way of the relationships, the business, the situation, whatever is at hand that might be holding you back. And what this does is get to the real root of the situation and pulls it out to be able to allow you to move forward a lot more effortlessly and with less baggage, okay? And we don't want to take excess baggage into the year 2020, do we? Okay. I don't know what it is, but every time I say 2020, I see Barbara Walters all the time. I don't know why. I want to say 2020. It's hard to say that without, 2020. It's hard to kind of say it without saying 2020. Anyway, that's my gig. I don't know what's going on, but that's just weird, okay? But it is really important, okay? It is important that you're not carrying any baggage into the new year, okay? And, it allows you to allow and open fresh doors of new, open, fresh energy that can come on in and color your life. So let's go ahead. So if you are interested in that, there's a discovery session up here or in my description box below. There are many of you who had a discovery session who have now been coaching clients of mine. So if you are interested in taking yourself from where you are now to where you want to be and closing that gap and starting to get a springboard into this new year, then I would suggest you do check out our discovery session up here, because that'll allow one-on-one time for you and I to kind of find out what your personal situation is and then what are the best services for that in terms of recommendations for that, okay? And you can check in with yourself and see what works best for you, but I do want to mention that. And I'm working on a really cool project I can't wait to unveil, but that will be coming soon, so I'm going to keep it as a surprise. But what else do I need to let you know about? I think that's it, guys. Okay, so let's move on to your read here, okay? Without further ado, all right? All right, so here's your first card. Here's your second card. Ooh, this is cool. Okay. Now, and I'll get into you and who, which is that other person, right after this. But what is really important right now is your keen sense of perception. Okay, it's really coming into focus. If you can't, big eye, right? So what this is talking about is that maybe in the past, it has been clouded. Okay, and maybe clouded by passion, clouded by miscommunication or by illusions. But what this is talking about is having that keen sense of perception in your life right now. And the beauty of this is also saying too, is that I think you're kind of breaking through. I think that someone that perhaps that you may be attracted to, maybe have a tendency to perhaps, and I gotta say this, for some of you, to use others for their own benefit, okay? So this is clouded perception, okay? And so this is a little bit that's coming into play. Now, this is for some of you, and that's why I want to bring this up, okay? So that's what is coming into play. And, and to some extent, it's most relationships in this particular case, it's a difficult one, okay? So it's like almost as if within a situation, I don't know if you've ever found yourself in a situation where anything that you say or do is like never ever enough. So it's kind of one of those situations. And this is saying, don't allow yourself to be drawn into other people's problems. Okay, so I think that's one of the biggest things. And this might have to do with a friend, colleague, a relationship, or situation. Just don't allow yourself, just make sure that you keep your healthy boundaries. And I think that's going to be the case, for yourself here. Focus on your own well-being, because you don't want to take care of someone else's baggage as well, because that's their responsibility, and that's for them to grow and evolve, and for their personal improvement and growth. And you would deny them of being able to do that if you were to jump in and help, let alone perhaps get in your way. Okay, so that's one thing that I do want to bring up. Now, that's for some of you. Okay, and so this is about using your sixth sense and using it in a positive way to step back when you are feeling a sense of that. Okay, so forewarned is forearmed. I'm only bringing this up because the card came up here. Okay, I am going to pull, while I have this out, a quick little moon card on this to see what wants to come out. Yeah, meditate and contemplate, because that's going to help you better in your perception if you're questioning whether or not to assist someone. But again, they're, obviously, that is their inner work or their personal development. And by you having healthy boundaries, not only do you maintain, your sense of healthy boundaries and your quality of life as it pertains to what you want, but you also allow another person to grow. Okay, and you allow them and give them that right to be able to do that. Okay, so the next card that we get is divine order. And this is interesting because what this talks about here is that obviously things that might been wanting to happen, or maybe haven't happened yet, and maybe kind of saying like, well, how long is this going to take? This is definitely talking about divine order in here. So it's really talking about that it is. That things are happening, and they're happening for you. Okay, they're not happening to you because it's taking so long. It's for you because of divine guidance in terms of being able to get the appropriate situation that's better for your higher self. So if you have been sinking into some sort of depression, that the world might be in a little bit of disarray or anything like that, this is saying there's a time and there's a purpose for everything that's under the heaven. And that's one of the it's a common quote, and what this is saying is that that life is like a tapestry. It's going to have its ups and downs, and the downs let you appreciate the ups, right? And that those ebb and flows of abundance, and then not so much abundance, right? So it just really, it's all, the overall design is to be viewed from a much higher perspective. So this is saying it's in a divine order. Okay, and it's only visible through the perspective of love. And so that's what this wants to let you know. So in divine order, offer love to yourself, offer patience, kindness, and empathy, and do keep that in mind. Okay, the next card that comes into mind is also family. So this is playing an important role. This is quite interesting. So the family might be an important situation at this time. So that could be for many of you, especially with the holidays and things that are going around. And if you think of every family member as a gem, or a glistening of the moon that comes, that falls between the branches, and there's so many beautiful ones when you see a tree. And this is just saying is that your family can be the biggest lesson of all for many of us. Some of the toughest ones, because it's tough love sometimes. But sometimes when you clash with the family member, sometimes that's one of the greatest learnings that you could ever have. And you discover that what maybe was negative to you as a child, in some instances, and I'm not saying for everyone, but in some instances, turned out to be their form of love, or love. When you kind of look through adult eyes. And that's just in one situation for a few of you. Okay, love comes in a lot of different forms. Okay, so that's one thing. And sometimes initially, with our limited resources when we're young, we fail to realize at first blush what that is. Okay, so note your comments below. And let go of any resentment that you might have. Perhaps you have a resentment with a family member of some sort. This is saying to let it go, because when you forgive, obviously you're really what's happening is doing a favor for yourself. Let alone that other person. But you're letting go of that old energy that's being pent up in you and burrowed, and at some time or another will tend to come out. Okay, so that's really, really important. Okay. Yeah. So it's just that, our families just are where some of the greatest lessons of all, and they teach us so many benefits. So if you've got close family, you've got the benefit to have family near you, bless you. And if many of you have friends that are like family, and I encourage you to, around, prior to the new year, to gather around and to definitely be in gratitude and thankfulness for them, for those who have supported you and had your back. Okay. So that's what's coming through here. So I'm going to get rid of this, but what we're going to do is focus on you and that other person. So we're going to jump into that right now. Now, that other person might be, again, a friend, a family member. It could be a significant other, person of interest, even one side or another. So let's take a look at your current situation right now. What's your current situation? Okay. Timeless Earth. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so Timeless Earth, and this is just telling how interesting. God, I don't think I've ever seen this card here in this particular deck. I've seen a lot of other ones, but I haven't seen this one here. Wow. Okay, we'll take a look at this. Okay, so this really, it's like this golden opportunity. So really beautiful. So this is telling me, this is talking to me about the seasons. Okay, and this is saying is that like on um this is letting you know that, just like the seasons, we have situations in life that take place. And some of the wisest words that we can give to ourselves sometimes is, this too shall pass, right? So just, we're like the seasons when it comes to a situation, whether it's in love, whether it's, in, whatever that is for you. It could be another situation that you're going through, could be a work situation. But this is saying have patience and just seek firm foundations of the earth to give you that groundedness feeling, so you can move forward, in a way. But it is saying for you to have patience, okay? And that's what wants to come through here. It does also say too is that, that there is, every time we've got a winter, spring, summer, fall, we always got a comeback of the winter, spring, summer, fall, right? So this is just saying that you are timeless. You're just, be timeless like the earth. Have patience for yourself and know that this too shall pass. If you're going through a difficult situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a tarot on this because I want to see what wants to come out for a current situation. Current situation. What is this? What is this for you here? What is it? Wow. Okay. So this is the Seven of Swords. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But this is looking back because you feel like you're kind of being a little sneaky and want to see if someone saw you. Okay. Now this could be you or it could be someone around you. Okay. For some of you. All right. But that's what's coming into play. Sevens are, about having faith, perhaps having faith that no one is being sneaky or doing something behind your back. And yeah, okay. So when I clarify that, I actually get the Tower. Okay. So there has been some sort of ending due to maybe perhaps some sort of sneakiness, some sort of complete ending. Okay. This is the current situation right now. Could be having to do Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the King of Wands. You might be taking on this energy. So this is actually being more of an authority figure. Wands are just the real fiery, kind of type thing. So it's really just talking about the fiery authority of a king. But he's very much an entrepreneur, a wonderful visionary. So I think that something has come to an end, that it's kind of like, you don't want to maybe perhaps continue with another season as is. And this is being that visionary and entrepreneur and moving forward. So now this could be in a relationship. It could be work. It could be something of the sort. Now, what is the challenge, or what is the, what is the challenge or opportunity at hand? Divine companion. This might have to do with a relationship, two people coming together. So you can kind of see there's like the DNA is kind of like the helix, right? There's two people on this side, and it's like this sharing. So the opportunity is that there is a divine companion for you, and the issue, the challenge could be is that not coming together and actually seeing that. So yeah, I mean, I think that really comes into play. It's really just talking about, two people, and it's like, it's like, it's like there's light between you. There's a connection between you, and this. I almost feel that if this isn't another person, that the divine is letting you know that they are there for you and to bring joy to the situation, you know, and maybe it's recognizing an old friend. This is that you have support, whether it is seen or unseen. Okay, so whether you've got a divine companion in your life right now that's assisting you, or you are calling upon your highest source, you know, for divine guidance here, this is what's coming into play. So there could be a unexpected act of kindness or a surprise that comes your way. So this is saying is that the you know, at this time is that the opportunity is to focus on love, focus on the good that is within this situation. But yeah, divine companion is what I get. I'm going to pull a moon card on this. I want to see what wants to come through for this divine companion. What is it? Okay, so let's see here. Bring love into the situation. So this is interesting. So this is saying to really, yeah, bring love into the situation at this time. So that perhaps there is two people that maybe have lost or kind of have light between us, you know, but there's light between both of you, but you're standing further away. This is seen to bring the love into the situation. So if there's any sort of conflict, guys, that you're experiencing in a relationship or in a situation, focus on love. It's going to give you a better direction to move forward. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing that's coming through here for you. I am going to pull a tarot on this and what it would be the challenge or opportunity. Wow, something's coming to an end. So something had to come through to an end, and it could have been a relationship, but it's still saying to bring love into the situation. And it's funny because I see two people that are apart, but they are connected, and they have light between them, but it's a little cloudy, right? I'm going to pull one more card to clarify the death card. What is that? Wow. Bring love into the situation, and what do we get? Emotional fulfillment. Okay. So I'm just saying it could, again, this could be a relationship. It could be a situation. I'm just saying that's what's coming through. Let's take a look at what your strength is. Okay. What is your strength right now? What is your strength right now? Okay. Oh, wow, that you're the treasure. This is about seeing the treasure in each other. I see two eyes and I see the treasure in between it. And, you know, I just think that there is, it's like you're realizing the true treasure in each other. And what you're seeing as a treasure in that other person, the other person seeing treasure in you. The strength is to also to treasure yourself. Really keep this at the forefront in this relationship or in this situation, okay? Let me see what else wants to come through. The energy is gaining momentum is what I get, okay? So this is good. So perhaps the buildup of treasure in understanding and seeing that in both of you, or seeing that on both sides, or seeing the value in each other that each other can bring to the relationship, to the you know, situation, or, you know, into that partnership, or, you know, if that's a career type thing. But that's what I see coming through. I'm going to pull a tarot on the strength. What else do we want to get here? Strength. So your strength is saying that you have the strength, so don't question it, okay? And I don't question the tarot when it comes out like this. This is what it is. This is really being able to have the compassion for that. So this is beautiful. So let's take a look at what it is, how you need to move forward. So how is it that you need to move forward? How do you need to move forward? Okay. How do you need to move forward? Here it is. Heart space. Oh, wonderful. So this is talking about taking, maybe you need to take a little bit of love space between each other. So that very much well could be the case that you do need to take a little bit of space within the heart there. So that's going to be very, very important there. And I'm going to clarify that and see what wants to come out here through here to see what heart space is. So heart space would be a lot of this sorts. Let's see. Yeah, looking long term at this, looking at the overall long term. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys, we had someone at the door. Had to go check. All right, so as I continue this, so this is about looking how you need to move forward. Okay, so this is talking on this is heart space. Okay, so yeah, as we were talking about heart space and then looking long term, and so perhaps in terms of moving forward, there's a little bit of space, giving each other the space to not only grow on your own, on your own, or both sides on their own, but also being able to come together and grow together in the heart space. And then looking long term to see what that looks like. So for some of you, that might be the case. So I am going to pull a moon card to see what wants to come through for this. Whoa. So we get a fiery climax approaches. So this is interesting. So this is really just talking about, wow, exactly just that. So, perhaps that, there is a fiery climax that's approaching, right? Emotions are running high. So it could be a situation where it's quite emotional. Okay, so in terms of how you move forward, know that emotions are running high. And if you both need space, you need to take the space. So note your comments below, but this is about how you need to move forward. Okay, guys? I do want to focus on what it is that you need to focus on right now. Okay, so I skipped over that. I do want to kind of touch base on what it is that you need to focus on right now. What does that look like? Listening. Whoa, guys, this is about communication. This is about really listening to each other, both sides of the situation, both sides of the relationship. It's going to be very, very important. The communication in all aspects of it, whether in person, through phone, or whatever that case may be. But that's what's coming into play here. Truly listen, okay? And that's going to allow you to have be able to see both sides of the situation, okay? And that's going to be very, very key. I'm going to pull a tarot on listen as to, what it is you need to focus on is to listen, okay? In all forms of communication, we get the completion. This is about the world card. This is quite beautiful. This tells us a major arcana card, okay? And this is about a completion, but could also be travel. So maybe perhaps this person lives at a distance, or this situation or opportunity is at a distance. I'm going to pull one more card on this one. Yeah, there's an opportunity. There's a message that's coming through. It could be a message of love. There is a completion with a new beginning, okay, of love. Could be from a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I am going to pull a moon card on as to what it is you need to focus on. Nothing yet is set in stone. So do remember that, okay? So if some of you are in the middle of this situation, here you have it, okay? So some of you that thinks that, that something might it be completely over yet, it's just saying nothing is set in stone quite yet. Okay, so that's what's coming into play. So really focus on that listening and the opportunity that's present that is there. But that's what it is you need to focus on. You've got the strength in your strength position, right? We talked about that. But also recognizing sometimes when you get a little heart space, it's recognizing the treasure that you have. Sometimes when you're at a distance between someone, you recognize the treasure, what you miss in them, right? And sometimes distance does make the heart grow fonder. And it could be that this person is at a distance, okay? What about the past? I just want to see what wants to come up. Nature, okay? So that's just about getting into the rhythms of nature, right? And it's just saying that you maybe just kind of gaining your stability and balance back, and gaining your own vibe as it relates to the universe. Anything that wants to come out in terms of nature in the past, saying look at the bigger picture, okay? Sometimes we can drill so much down into the details and we forget about that big picture. So this is really talking about, think about the bigger picture. What's in your near future? Near future, what is that? Let's see what that is. Near future for you, what is that? Whoa, you've got an encounter, okay? So this is interesting. This encounter that you have, or this encounter that you're with, is offering a major transformation. I don't know if you see this, but you could see all these butterflies that are flying within there, right? And it's like there's an encounter that transforms you, okay? And transforms the situation, okay? Now, it could have to deal with what that we saw here at the beginning. Maybe that had to do with something with the present situation. But I don't know, when we got the death card and we've got that new opportunity, that visionary, could be like you've got a new encounter that transforms you. So there's going to be someone that's in your life, perhaps already is, or who will be, that is going to completely transform you, or this situation will be transformed based upon an encounter. So maybe that if you have to travel at someone from to a distance, it might be the first time you meet, right? So that could be for some of you. So note your comments below. Let's see what else wants to come through here. A new start is coming. So for some of you, it is about, splitting apart, but then also coming back together. Okay. So there's an opportunity for a new start. Okay. And I think that's why that I saw the Page of Cups come through, here after there was a completion as to what to focus on. Okay. On this side, this is what to focus on. You've got a completion with the new beginning. And then in the near future, this is what we get, a new start. Okay. So this is saying is that a new start, it's you know, it has to do with an encounter or, you know, some sort of meeting that transforms you and transforms the situation. Okay, I'm gonna pull a tarot on this and see what wants to come through. What is that? Yeah, so things are going to move a lot faster, guys. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, things are going to move a lot faster, and it's going to come a lot more clear. And you know, when things maybe perhaps hadn't been working and kind of stalled a little bit, this is saying is that the communication is coming through a lot clearer and in sync and a little bit faster with a lot more flow. Okay, so that's what this is saying. So this new start is going to have a lot more flow because of this transformation. Okay, what do you not know at this time? What do you not know at this time? Okay, let's see what that is. What is it? Here it is. Forgiveness. Wow. Okay, I want to draw attention to this helix again, right? So this is coming into play. So we've got forgiveness. And at the crux of the situation, remember at the very beginning, if I can even get the card and pick it up, yeah, let's see here. Where is it? Okay, so here it is. Okay, so divine companion, right? And then we get forgiveness. So there's some sort of forgiveness that needs to take place. This is what you need to know, okay? This was a part of the situation, right? So, and what's interesting is that forgiveness is going to be a big key, okay? And forgiving, again, is more for you than it is for them because it's about your pent-up energy. So forgiveness, what you don't know is that forgiveness is going to be playing a huge role in this. Let me just pull a card and see what else wants to come through. What is it? Yeah, justice will be served. There'll be a fair judgment on this. I'm just saying coming through. So, and what is it in terms of your full outcome? What does that look like? What is your full outcome? Here it is. A blessing. Guys, this is gorgeous. I'm so happy for you. This is really beautiful. So I gotta tell you, this is a joy. This is a really good read for you guys. There's going to be a beautiful blessing. It's going to be fair and it's going to be balanced, okay? And it talks about forgiveness. So that's why it's important to listen and both sides with this new start, a new beginning. One of the moon cards has to say for you on this blessing here, what it wants to come into play. Your dreams need a practical plan. So that's one thing. What else? Okay, what else? Balance spirituality with practicality. You guys, this might be a business for some of you, okay? It might be a practice in business or spirituality. A win-win outcome is the forecast. Balancing of scales. And remember, with forgiveness card, we had the justice card too. Balancing of the scales, right? Could be dealing with a Libra as well. So who knows? But guys, I love this for you. I so much look forward to the brand new year, okay? So note your comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. And until then, namaste.